Okay, let's do this again. I definitely have to get another screen because I'm using the phone that wasn't frozen. So, let me just go to live events here and click on the desired stream. Is it better? Oh yeah, that's much better. Hey, frozen doesn't work worth a damn. Let me open the pop-up chat because I can't see it with the phone unless I switch glasses. It's snowing right now. Oh, yeah, what's going on here? All right, here we go. Oh, everybody's jumping in real quick here. So I didn't do the point of view video this morning, GoPro on my head, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm suffering, and I know what it is. I have to take care of it today. I have to start taking care of it today. I'm suffering from the infamous SAD. My energy levels are I feel like the frozen iPad. I'm just diving. So there's a goose egg in the shed. I missed it this morning. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll have to go back there, eh, Jennifer? I would have found it later. The time for some serious fun. Are you having a party there, Inga? Like, are you having a party? That's what you're doing right now? It's Saturday? New Year's weekend? Oh, for me, no. I'm suffering from SAD. Do you know what SAD is? Maybe you don't know what SAD is. It's called seasonal affect disorder. It's called the lack of ultraviolet. You got no sound. Oh, yeah. Janie, don't do this to me. No, SAD isn't serious. It's easy fixed. I fix it myself. It's very easy. No, it's not cabin fever. A daylight lamp? No, I have a stand-up 10,000 watt tanning booth left over from my old business. And Tilly's car passed the inspection. Go play outside. Yeah, Susie. Well, it's warmer today. It's 22 below and snowing, which is very strange to be snowing at this temperature. Your body can't actually absorb vitamin D. It has to actually, really honestly, has to produce pre-vitamin D, which is from ultraviolet. And then you do the pre-vitamin D, and then you get your body gets the vitamin D. So, it's time to fire up the tanning booth, which I just happen to have one left over from my old business, which I could never sell. I had 5 of them, but they were impossible to sell, which I'm glad I couldn't sell the last one. So, a couple times a week, it snaps me right out of it, folks. It does. Vivian, trust me, Vivian, on this one. But you can believe what you want, Vivian, okay? But I've done lots of research in this because, well, I used to own a tanning salon, and your body can't absorb vitamin D. It goes right through you. You're doing a placebo effect to yourself. But yes, the porn store, we also had a tanning booth. It was a big operation. It had 5 tanning booths, actually. So, scurvy, that's what I've got. I've got scurvy. I gotta get some oranges. Hair dryers. I don't have a hair dryer. I have a heat gun. I don't think that would be a good idea to use a heat gun on the iPad. It's one of those industrial melt everything type things. Burn your skin right off. Oh, it'd be nasty. What would it do to yourself? But I could use a heat gun this morning. But I need some Meyer lemons for my scurvy, Susie. Thank you. We had a frozen fan this morning. Did you hear me? Well, not everybody watches other streams all the time, but did you see the decks freaking this morning when I was banging everything? The fan was frozen. So I've got the fan. I'll show you. See the pail right there? Inside there's you see the pipe sticking up right there? So you see the pipe? Well, the fan is in the bottom. I've got it in front of the heater. There's the heater. And we're thawing her out. She's a block of ice. Yeah, they were jumping all over. I could hear them freaking out inside, Susie, when I was banging, but I had to because the ice was unbelievable. So I've got to take the fan to the garage, take it all apart. The fan blades need to be cleaned too. I'm surprised how dirty they are. And then I've got to put her back together after and wash it out because it's you wouldn't believe the amount of ice that's inside of it. I grabbed it, I was like, holy mackerel, there's 2 hands to hold it. It was so heavy. See, the problem is, right? And this is the problem because it's not really a true setup. Really, the fan should be inside the barn. It's where it should be, so that this doesn't happen. But we are, I made this fan isn't meant for this job, and I made it work and made the homemade ducking and all that kind of stuff. Duct. I made the homemade duct, not ducking, duck. So it was like a make do with what I had laying around the property type exhaust system, which has worked fine for like 4 years now. But it's just that this right now, this extreme lockdown for this many days, we've never done this long and with this many ducks. So what's happening is the humidity in the air from their breath, because the barn is just coated in ice inside there, it's going to be really bad when she melts, wet. What's happening is the warm air that is being sucked out of the barn comes in the top pipe, comes down, and then it goes outside where the fan motor is. And the problem is, as soon as it gets to the outside, it starts cooling off. And when it cools off, condensation, and boom, turns ice. And there was over inside the pipe outside where the fan mounts onto the pipe, there was over 2 inches ice. That's why I had to take the big steel bar and bang the crap out of it. So that's what's I gotta do. Dale has arrived late to the movie. Did I receive my supply of Libra 2000? No. Samuel, you're late to the movie too. There's no such thing. They don't make Libra 2000 citrus anymore. It's now I guess you could call it a black market item, a collector's item. It's a collector's item. Oh. A dehumidifier. Dehumidifiers don't work worth a damn at 0 degrees. They would really ice up. Like really ice up. We need the fan inside the barn. The fan in the barn, then that wouldn't happen. But that ain't happening because the fan is outside. Because that's the way I've designed the system, because I was unaware that I was going to have this problem. Because I'd never done this before. So, I need, but I'll thaw her out. We'll thaw it out. We'll get the ice out of her today. I'll wash out the fan blades. The fan blades are a little bit dirty, so then I'll reinstall it here this morning. I got to get it reinstalled like right away because I opened the front gate, which I didn't know that I was going to be necessary. I opened the gates on both buildings because the goose shed last night was covered in ice too. We're having a condensation problem. And actually, yesterday when I was getting straw at Robert's place, we were talking about this. Actually, we were talking about the infamous deep litter bedding lazy farmer deal, and Robert's been a farmer his whole life, and he knows lots of farmers, and he's a big farmer. He's not a little one, and well, big in this part of the world, and he just shook his head at that method. We were both. He was like, no. I was like, he doesn't agree with it. Now, he was telling me in the dairy cattle industry, they call it composting farms, but it's not just you leave the stuff on the ground and you just leave it and keep piling on top. There was a lot of, yes, I was triggered yesterday. I was, Chris. I'm not gonna lie. So the way they do it is much more complicated. It isn't just pile, pile, pile. They lay it down in stages. They have machines that work it. But they have people that go around and pick up the big cow patties. Like they don't leave the manure. They actually go through the barn and pick up the cow patties. You know, and then they work it and they add to it. And the reason they do it in the dairy farm, dairy industry, according to what Robert was telling me, and he was a dairy farmer his whole life. He told me that the reason they do it is because it's healthier for the cattle because they don't slip on the floor. That's the only reason. But he has a problem with the cows when they lay down in it. He says it just doesn't sit right with him that the cattle are laying in this. But he says as far as walking, he says it's way better for the cattle walking in the barn because they don't slip and slide on the floor because of all the composting material on the bottom of the floor. But he has a problem with the laying down part. He says it's just gross that they're laying down on it. He was like, he's just not that. He didn't like it. So Robert, and I respect what he says because he's a real farmer, the real deal. Well, 800-acre farm, you know, and dairy cattle for his whole life. His dad was a dairy cow. It's like, you know what I mean? You sort of got to listen to him. He's the real deal. No, he's a cash cropper and dairy farmer, but he just sold his dairy farm actually, but he's just doing cash cropping now. No way, Samuel. Juanita bought a case, like 48 bars of Lever 2000. You're joking with me, Samuel. Really? Okay, folks, I gotta get a sweatshirt on. I got a bit of a chill happening here. You know it's cold. Last night I actually had to dig out, I hate this thing because it's just so bulky and big, but I actually had to dig out my sweatshirt last night because it was like I was freezing in the house. It was so damp. I think it's the dampness is what it is. Okay, we're waiting for Samuel to confirm this. Where did Juanita get? Thumbs up for citrus. I was just thinking of that this morning when I was shaving. I was like, oh, I gotta start looking for this. Oh man, it's like, man, my back is so cold. Humidity must be really high today. Oh man. I'm waiting for Samuel to oh, you have 12 to send. Well, I greatly appreciate it, Samuel, but the postage would be crazy to send 12 bars of soap. It would be crazy. It would be like $40 to mail that much weight. At least. They still sell soap in the Stop Shop? I don't have a Stop and Shop here. You can't get this soap, Brian. This is collector item soap. There's a big story behind this soap. It's damp today, Donna. I wonder what the humidity is, because I'm telling you, folks, like it's like the chill in the house this morning, and the thermometer says minus 18 right now. It's actually warmed up. I'm just looking to see what the humidity is. 78% humidity. Well, so wonder I'm so freaking cold. Yeah. The extreme cold warning's still in effect, folks. 30 below. New Year's Eve. Welcome the year in. 33 below. Unbelievable. And now, remember I told you it was supposed to start warming up next week? Well, it's not really warming up. I thought maybe the ducks might get out today, but it's not looking like it. Minus 18's the high. I thought for sure I was going to be able to let the ducks out today. Oh, you're going to slip it in at work. Well, you have my address, Samuel. I'm positive you have my address. I've emailed you. My address is on all my emails. Reply to my email that I sent you. I know I've emailed you, Samuel. I know for sure I have. Absolutely no. I know I have. Check your spam folder. I might have gone to spam. And then I can give you my physical address for the UPS. Because UPS won't deliver to a post office box. I'll give more soap. Oh, folks, this is exciting. Contraband soap. Black market. Hard to get. I was thinking of this morning when I was shaving, and I was like, oh man, like why do they do this? And then the other lever flavors or scents, they don't lather, and it's like, you know, it's just bad. Why do they do that, you know? Discontinue one scent, and then the two other scents they decide to keep, to change the formula so that there's no lather. Unbelievable. So anybody notice my new hairdo? What's that? You notice how short it is? I got a new razor. My old razor died after 20 years. I got it in the mail yesterday. I couldn't believe it. I went looking to buy one because the other one died. And I was very depressed because I fixed it twice already. I've replaced the battery and it soldered a new battery in, and it was dying. It couldn't. The motor was running out of power. It was jamming up. Middle of a haircut, the thing would go ring, and then it wouldn't cut anymore, and it was just making a lot of noise and rip hair out. And so I went online, and I knew what I wanted. I wanted another wall because that's the brand, made in North America, and I wanted the professional line, the same one I had. Well, they don't make that anymore. It's 20 years, things change. But what a spread in prices. Amazon had one, and it was like $265. I'm not paying $265. And then I started shopping around, and they ranged in price anywhere from $80, like I said, to $265. But then I found somebody in Canada that sold them with no tax and free delivery from a beauty supply place, and they took PayPal, and I was like, right on, I got a new razor. And it shaves closer than the other one. I can't let it grow out. I have a problem. As soon as I can feel my hair, my scalp starts feeling weird. It's the most bizarre sensation. And then I feel it my pillow when I'm sleeping. It wakes me up at night. And then breezes in the house like ceiling fans. My hair moves, and it's just too much. I don't like the sensation. It's just bizarre. It's like my head's gotten sensitive to hair. That's what it's like. It's like, that's exactly what it's like. It's like my scalp has gotten sensitive. Lever 2000 citrus, Brian. There's lots of Lever 2000, but it's the citrus, Brian. That's what you gotta look for. Citrus. No, I haven't worn the new Japanese jacket yet there, Vista. Why are you so interested in that? Losing my hair? I have a full head of hair, Dale. Like it's if I let it grow, I just look like a normal person with hair. I just hate the hair. I had this receding hairline, folks, since I was like 19. It's been the same spot. It hasn't moved. It's been the exact same spot since I was 19. So I used to just let my hair grow really long to cover it up. And then I started cutting it really short when I joined the army. Well, they did it for me. And then I just continued the trend of how short can we get it. And now we're at this stage. Oh, I would look funny with hair? Thank you, Rita. Well, like, that's good to know that if I grew hair, I would look funny. Like clown funny? Princess is sleeping in front of the heater right now. He was outside running around barking. He's inside right now, laying in front of the heater, dead to the world. He was the thumbnail for the first attempt at this before we discovered that a frozen iPad can't focus. That'd be different funny. Okay, not clown funny. Okay. I'd say my hair would be like wavy. It'd be wavy. It's not straight. It's not straight. It's not curly. It's that in between. I wouldn't like it. Trust me. Oh, Bonita, you bought it on Amazon. How much did you pay for the soap? Because when I was on Amazon, they wanted like $234 for 8 bars. You didn't pay that much money, did you? For citrus soap on Amazon? Right. Like, because I've been in shock the prices they want for the stuff. No long wavy hair, can't. Drive me nuts. Sue's finding things really funny this morning. She's doing a lot of that laugh out loud stuff, but I don't really think she's laughing out loud. I think she's chuckling. Because really, like, you know, do you sit at your table, desk, and just like honestly crack a gut outside laughing? I reserve that for when I'm with the boys. That someone does something really stupid and then laugh at either him or the joke. So I just chuckle at my desk. Oh, that listing, the 10 bars for $75. Yeah, somebody sent me that link. And they said it was reasonably priced. And with the delivery, it worked out to $10 a bar of soap. Is what it worked out on when it was, because it was $48 or something delivery to Canada, and it was like $10 a bar. And the person sent it to me, and they said that it was reasonably priced. Reasonably priced. I laughed so hard when I looked at the listing. I was like, reasonably priced, even if it was in the States at $75 for 10 bars. Like, really, come on. That's like what billionaires spend on soap. Donald Trump soap. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's probably what he spends on soap. You know, $10 a bar. So, you know, the duck guy, you know, raising ducks for the homeless and donating the eggs to the food bank. I don't think we're in the Donald Trump $10 a bar soap reasonably priced category. Would I like to meet Trump? Yes, I would actually. I would. No other politician in my life I've ever wanted to meet. Trust me, because I don't like any of them. Man, ours up here is so bad, folks. We're in trouble up here in Canada. You have no idea how much trouble your northern neighbor is. Donald Trump should build a wall between Canada and the U.S. He really should. It's bad what's going on up here. Oh. And Ford doesn't have a clue what she's talking about. Ford, you watch mainstream TV, don't you? You believe the lies. Ford, disconnect your cable. Trust me. Get rid of it. You're watching too much CNN. Too much. You need to red pill yourself. No. come to Canada and you can have Jihad Justin as your leader. Yeah, well, they're slipping him into Canada because Jihad Justin is welcoming up here, and we're paying the tab. It's unbelievable what it's cost us. Yes, that's my address, Samuel. He doesn't have to prove anything to you, Ford. Just keep believing the lies, though. Paying your taxes. Be a good little tax slave. Don't question the system. Do I have a loyal? I don't know what that means. No, and Patty just retracted it, so I don't have to figure out what it means. Uh, yeah, I just told Samuel I saw my address is correct, but that's not the address for UPS. UPS won't deliver to a post office box, Samuel. But we still haven't. Juanita still hasn't told us how much she paid on Amazon for half a case of soap. Maybe she's not going to tell because it was Samuel's birthday present. And that would sort of be like ruining the present. Do I have a royal family? Like, is my family blue blood? No, I'm just normal. Oh, Ponderosa has been blue, red pilled. We'll do a happy birthday, really belated. I did a happy birthday to Juanita the day on her birthday, actually. You were here, Samuel. You told me. But I'll do it again. Happy belated birthday to Samuel and Juanita. If that'll get me a quarter case of soap. uh, Everyone has an opinion, and yours is misinformed more, Ford. You need to research more and stop watching cable TV, man. Oh, if we have like the royals up here, like the Nazis running the country, no, we don't have we well, I don't, but you know, we're still worshiping the evil queen. So no, we can't change the Saudi Vista because this is the path everybody's taking me down this morning. This is what happens sometimes. You know that. And when you ask me to change the subject, I keep going deeper down the hole. Yeah, we have property tax, and if you don't pay it for 3 years, they sell your property on you. And what I pay here, it's just I get nothing back, nothing. Oh, you paid $64 for 16 bars. Well, that's not that's a better price than the listing that I got sent to me. My listing was like worked out to $10 a bar. It's still expensive, Juanita. I just considering when I bought the last batch of soap, what was it? I think I paid 75 cents a bar, and I bought it was like 200 bars of it. It was 75 cents. Maybe I should have bought that and invested in Lever 2000 Citrus Futures, huh? Maybe I should have done that. Norm, just go and look at the goose shed. You'll see your answer. Why are you here asking a question that the answer is live on YouTube right now? Do I own soap? Do your own soap. But I want citrus lever 2000 though. Well, thank you, Dale. I'm looking here. Okay, see you, Ponderosa. I'm just, we've gone down the rabbit hole this morning. Trump has taken over the duck adventure this morning. Far too many people are watching cable TV, though. Oh, man. I'm really shocked. You need to unplug from that one. Ah, duck. I got it out. Renita, Samuel needs to email me because you need my physical address if you're doing UPS because UPS won't deliver to a post office box. If you're mailing it, the post office box. You know the tax that you know a lot of people don't realize this. You know, like when it comes to taxes, you do realize the poor pay no tax in the big picture. Like honestly, if you look at the tax, like if you actually sit down and look at the graph, it's very skewed from what we are being told. Like something like 49% of Americans don't pay any federal sales tax or any federal tax at all. Zero. And like something like 80% of the tax is paid by the rich. Like, and you know, net neutrality. A lot of people don't understand net neutrality. I got a real education on net neutrality here a while ago. Actually, this about 4 or 5 days ago. I did some serious research on it. You know, net neutrality is actually the worst thing for the internet. A lot of people don't believe that because they think it's we need net neutrality. Net neutrality is bad for the internet. It is. It's very bad. And when you dig deep into net neutrality on how it works, you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. It's very socialist. It's a bad situation. It's basically net neutrality is basically taxation for the common folk, so that Google, Facebook, YouTube, Netflix can make more money. Oh, because they're the biggest bandwidth hogs. The biggest bandwidth. They use more of the internet up than everybody else, and they're not paying the fair share to deliver all their ads. So you're watching ads delivered for free that YouTube, Facebook, Google, everybody's making money off of, and your service provider is delivering it for free to you to be spammed with it, and the big companies are just getting stinking rich off of it instead of paying to deliver the ads. Oh, but Tom's not agreeing with me right now. The 10%. But like up here in Canada, I don't know about down in the States what it's like, but we have a lot of rural areas up here where we don't have internet service. Like I'm lucky. I'm really lucky that I have a radio tower across the road from me that actually has a relay station on it from a service provider, and I'm lucky because folks in this part of the world, nobody has internet service like this. Nobody. We're like, give you an idea. Before I got the radio tower hitch up here, my service, the best I got was like I was lucky to get 2.5 megs down and 600 kilobytes up. That's what I had, and the reason that the service was for lack of a better term, shitty, was because Bell Canada couldn't make any money in providing the internet service within the within urban areas, because they were capped on what they could charge based on market conditions. And to branch out into the rural areas, an example, like to put down, they call it a stinger, and they need a stinger every 5 kilometers in rural areas, and they're $250,000. And that's a switch that branches off of fiber so that homes can connect to it. So in this area, every 5 kilometers, Bell would have to spend $250,000 to put these stingers in so that we could get, fast internet. And when I say fast, we're talking like 20 down, 5 up type stuff. And because they can't make any, they can't make the money they need to make for all the bandwidth they're delivering for the big boys, Google, Facebook. Like, seriously, folks, Google, Facebook, Netflix, all the porn. Porn is unbelievable, the bandwidth, like Pornhub, X videos, all those big sites, the bandwidth they burn up is unbelievable. Like, it's mind-numbing. Where everybody says it's the little guys that are going to get crushed. No. It's the big guys that are going to have to pay to deliver their product, and that's what they're not doing. They're making all this money. Like, think about it. Netflix is making all this money. They're collecting what, $9.95 a month from everybody, or whatever, $6.95 a month for the movies, and they don't pay a single cent to deliver their product. That's like having Amazon. You're buying off Amazon online, and they get to use the post office for free. But yet, when you go to the post office to mail something, why does it cost me $27 to mail an envelope? Well, that's because Amazon's free. We don't charge Amazon anything, and that's exactly what net neutrality is, folks. And that's what it is. That's it in a nutshell. And I was misled, believing it was that net neutrality, we needed it, but no, man. It's the net neutrality targets the big boys that should be paying. And a lot of people don't realize that. They're brainwashed by CNN and the mainstream media, and and what is the term? Cognitive dissonance. I think that's what it is. It's when you're constantly told a lie, and then you finally believe it, but it's not the truth. And it's like, but it's not the truth, but because you constantly watch it, you think it's the truth, and then you're arguing with people, but they're right, but because you're constantly watching the wrong thing, that's your argument. You follow me, folks? So net neutrality, Obama came up with that. So I'll rest my case there. And Trump took it away because Trump realized that if you watch, folks, you watch internet, okay? And up here in Canada, we're screwed because they want to keep net neutrality up here. But service providers will expand and provide better service. They're going to charge you a little bit more, but you're going to get better service. Like, that's the bottom line, because they're going to be able to charge Google. You would think about this, Google and Facebook, the bandwidth they burn up delivering those freaking video commercials that drive you nuts, that you can't get rid of, you can't skip, they're just, oh man, I don't want to watch this. Like, why do I need to watch a Tampax commercial? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes the commercials are like just brutal, or you've already bought something and then they're giving you the commercials and stuff you've already bought. I already bought it. Why do I need to keep seeing this? And they're delivering it for free, and then they get to charge the person or the company full price. It's literally Amazon using the postal system for free, is what it is. And when you go to the post office, you're going to pay through the nose. So. And that's what net neutrality is going to undo. So they're going to make the big boys pay, that are making unbelievable amounts of money off of our backs. So, hate Trump or what? But that's a good thing, getting rid of that. SAD syndrome, dude. No, it's seasonal affect disorder, not SAD syndrome. Oh. But Alen, you're muting the commercial, but you're burning your bandwidth up. That's the thing, is you're burning your bandwidth up. So if you got a 10 gig a month plan, why do you have to, think about this, folks. Why Diane disagrees because she doesn't know the facts. I have read this from one end to the other, Diane, but you can believe what the news is telling you. Why do you have to pay your bandwidth? Why do you have to use your bandwidth to watch a commercial that Google and Facebook are paying money to send to you? Like, why? Why do I have to pay? I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. Why do I have to pay for this bandwidth? Like, they should be paying the bandwidth. So if they want to give me a commercial, I should be getting a credit for the bandwidth that they're burning up. Don't you think? Or you like paying for other people's profit? Is that what it is? Well, not everybody has unlimited bandwidth, Len. Not everybody. You'd be surprised. The minority are unlimited. No, not 90% or 99% are unlimited. Norm, you're so mistaken on that number. You pulled that one out of your rear? That percentage? You must have. Considering almost 60% of internet viewership is done on a mobile device, and up here in Canada, as an example, there is no unlimited mobile. It ain't available. There is no unlimited. It does not exist. Well, maybe in your dreams, but it ain't happening up here. So if 60% of internet viewership is done on a mobile device now, and there is no such thing as unlimited data in Canada, that blows your theory right out your rear. Oh, Norm's taking nasty jabs here. Norm, go away if you're going to talk like that. I've read so much about this, Norm. I'm a newsie, Norm. This is what I do. When I'm not streaming and not taking care of ducks, that's all I do for entertainment, folks. I sit and read the news. That's all I do. That's all I do, seriously. I watch, in the middle of a movie, I will stop watching a movie and go to news sites and start reading because I lose interest in movies. I can't get enough of what's going on in the world. I can't get enough. I'm addicted to it. I'm disabled when it comes to that part of my life. I just love it. No, I'm not a brainy. I'm wide awake, Miss Cock Girl. Wide awake. UFOs? That's a fact of life, man. They're out there. We think that we're the only species with a brain in the universe of universes out there. Well, you're an idiot. It's like there's lots more smarter people out there. I gave them warm water this morning, Inga, because their pail was coated in ice. So I think that's why they're playing in it, because it's warm water. Because I had to melt the pail. It was just coated in ice, like it was coated. Like when I emptied the pail out, I was like, holy mackerel, this thing's still heavy. So I filled it with warm water to melt the ice. So that's why they're playing in it this morning. It's warm. Oh. Plus, I opened the doors this morning on the front, so that more air gets in there. Because last night I went in there and the amount of frost on the vents and everything, it was. River doesn't believe in UFOs. River, where do you think most of our technology comes from? Do you think we're smart enough to figure some of this stuff out? Why does Area 51 exist? Is it 51 or 49? One of them in Arizona. Why does the government have this big secret place for all the UFO stuff? Heated bucket. I don't recommend any of them, Tilly. I don't recommend them. They're all garbage, all of them, except for the one that I had for my dogs from 20 years ago. Um, is the only one I recommend, but they don't make it anymore. That one's no longer made. And I bought it originally at Princess Auto 20 years ago. It is Area 51. Okay, man. They're all garbage. I've never had luck. Actually, the blue one I bought, which I swapped over, I've had those and they've died like within a month. But right now I'm not using any of the heated buckets I have. I got their I'm using no heated buckets because the what you call it, um, um, uh, the uh, um, the shed's not cold enough. But last night I was thinking, well, maybe I should put a heated bucket in here. But then I was like, nah, it's not going to freeze, and it didn't. This morning there was still water. It was still slushy water. But right now the geese are enjoying the warm water because it was covered nice. But she has warmed up. It's snowing right now, so. But I got to fix the fan this morning. Get that happening. That's my new shaver, Argyle Duck. Yeah, Doug's got his head smashed right into the heater. He's not even facing me now. He's facing right into the heater. Tiny is in with the ducks. And Tiny is doing way better. I've had a lot of people say to me, send me stuff about Tiny. You know, actually, I have quite a few emails, all freaking out about Tiny. Tiny's getting better. Oh, Carl. But people wouldn't believe it, Carl. They wouldn't believe it. There is, oh man, anyways. Moisturizer. I go for the windburn look. This is a natural windburn look is what I do, Argyle. No, Len, Tiny's not annoying. He's cute. Oh, today is a very special day for Tom. It's a very special day. Today is Tom's anniversary. I hope you don't mind me saying that, Tom. Now the world knows. Oh, thank you for getting rid of Nate. Oh, you timed him out. I would have banned him, but anyways, I couldn't be bothered right now grabbing the mouse. Well, I'm making it official, Miss Cock Girl. It's official. Live. Oh, and River had it. She banged him with it. Okay. Okay, River, he was already timed out, and then you banned him. You're not very nice. So when you guy's down, you kick him? Oh, today's your birthday, Mary. Well, happy birthday. The big 6-0. So the big 6-0 is the new 4-0, isn't it? So really you're 40? Yeah, well, you were wrong, River, to do that. Hang on here. We'll see if he comes back. Goodbye, Susie. Have a good day in Montreal with the snow. answer from Colin. I answered this question yesterday. I've reached out to him and heard nothing. I emailed him and I tried to FaceTime him and nothing. No sign of him. Like I said, I think he's got a woman in his life. He has disappeared off the radar completely. What is this? It was in your recommended? Brit, run. Run, Brit. Trust me. You just gotta go. Brit Wilder, just run. Hello, Mindy. How's your dog? How is Bailey doing? How's the stitches? Seriously, Brit, you gotta go. Can't stay here. It's too real here. Things get said that trigger people. We're trending somewhere, folks. So I've got to end this stream because we can't have new people showing up. Bailey's doing great. I'm glad to hear that. You got the t-shirt off? What is the duck guy? I'm the duck guy. I'm the duck guy, Britt. But I'm just warning you, Britt. I just don't want to trigger you later. You know, I'm not big into new subs. I like to keep this small. This is an elite channel. It's just for no t-shirt anymore on Bailey. That's good. Oh, Vista, don't be telling people what I do here. Then the word will get out. You guys. We raise CGI penguins to feed the homeless. So we do. We have penguins here. There's 3 streams of penguins going right now. I'm telling you, folks, the channel's growing too much. We had it was like 2,500 new subs in the last 30 days, and I'm not liking it, really, honestly, because it means like I got to explain myself to a whole bunch of new people. I'm not big into that. Okay, Juanita, I'll check my email. I'll reply. I always reply. Well, I try to. 99.9% of the time I reply to emails. I'm pretty good. I'm a little bit behind right now, I'll be honest, because it is my Christmas holiday time. I do not believe how cold it is, folks. You think I need the tanning booth? I'm depressed. I'm sad. Britt's still here. Are you easily offended, Britt? I just want to know. I don't want to be careful. I don't want to trigger you or anything like that. Deb's been stalking me for 3 years. People appear. My current sub count's too high. But we did manage to lose 10,000 this year. I'm quite proud of that. I got rid of over 10,000 subs this year. It was awesome. I'll need new subs if we're doing more duckies next year. Well, there's slow progress on that, Inga. You're being pushy now. $51,706. Yeah, see. But the best part is we got rid of 10,000 snowflakes. I could be a bazillionaire. But you know what, folks? If the channel, let's say if the channel got really big, okay? We wouldn't have this personal connection like right now. We wouldn't. Imagine right now. Think about this, folks. Think about, right now the way it is, it's like, think about this. Could you, well, first of all, I'd have to put slow chat on. I'd have to put the slow chat thing on, and who knows, you might only be able to chat once every 5 minutes, okay? because everybody be jumping in and wanting to get my attention to talk, because I'm that kind of guy. I'm an interactive kind of guy. So would you like slow chat on so that you can only put every 300 seconds, and so many people in here that you couldn't even have a conversation? I don't know about you, but I like it the way it is right now. You know, they want to watch the other, the what you call it, the other subs, or the other streams of the ducks, and okay, remember when I had to turn off chat? Do you remember that, folks, or do you forget? When we were doing, like, it was like that's a million views a day on the ducklings, and I had to turn off the chats, and then I had to do those secondary streams so that you guys could have chats with each other. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah, but Inga, you want this explosive growth there. I'm just going nice. I'm trying to calm it down here. So that's why when new people come on, I try to get rid of them. So we just thin them out. Because if they stay after I try to get rid of them, then maybe they're worthy to stay around. If I can offend them right off the start, then they're going to leave anyways later, because I'll offend them later. But if they stick around the first time after I try to get rid of them, hey, that's then we know their quality. Exactly, Vivian. Quality, not quantity. And that's the whole thing. We want the quality person. We just don't want, like a million people showing up and chat, and it would be no fun. Like, it would just be, I wouldn't. I'd end the stream. I'd go. I'd say, I can't do this. I'm gonna go hide with the ducks. Walk around, not say anything, just keep to myself. It would probably end up putting me in my shell. What is the temperature? Too cold right now. It is. You are worthy, Rita. Ritata, Slusher. If everyone donated $1, I'd be laughing. I wouldn't be laughing. I'd be happy. We're like, right on. I know. I've seen that on Twitch, and I've seen that on big channels, actually, like when PewDiePie, and you can't even read. It's just stupid to have the chat. Like, why? I've been on site. Actually, guys, I stumbled upon a live stream the other night, which was just so wrong. And it was just like, why do they do this? It was a live stream, and okay, put it this way. It was like, what time was it? It was like 7 o'clock at night. And it was allegedly a live stream of a train going through the Norwegian mountains. Okay, so if it's 7 o'clock here, what time is it in Norway? Think about it. If it's 7 p.m. here, well, it's got to be like 1 a.m. Well, there ain't no blue sky at 1 a.m. in Norway. All right, going through the mountains in the winter. And this is there was over 1,100 people watching this stream, and they said it was live. Like, you've seen that? Like, and there was like 1,100 people watching this, and the chat was just going by, and I'm like, do people not realize this is a video, that somebody is streaming a video? Like, Land of the Midnight Sun is not in December. That happens in June. Like, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, it blew me away. And they were chatting away, like, oh, this is so, I'm like, it's a video. It's a video. It's like, so anyways, there's this thing trending and it keeps coming on my feed all the time, this train thing, the conductor front thing. And I was like, how do they do that? It's very easy to do it, James. I could do it. Actually, I thought about doing it. I was going to play a trick on you one day and do it. I was going to play a video back through the encoder and do it live, and then you would think, how do you do this? It's like the whole day just happened in 30 minutes live. It's not that hard. All you need is an encoder and then you just an HDMI output, and you just stream your video. You just play the video, just like it's like playing a VCR is what it's like to your TV, and you play it into the encoder, and it feeds it to YouTube, and bang, you can play your video live. I've thought about doing that. Just to play with your minds. Yeah, I've seen that too, Leanne. Lots of TV shows being played live. I think a lot of it is to get around the copyright, because I think YouTube, because if you upload a TV show, their algorithms can identify the they can identify the the content, and then they can instantly either copyright block it, or or abscond on the ad revenue, or whatever they want to do, whatever the copyright owner has decided they want it to be done when their content is illegally uploaded to YouTube. But when it's live, they can't grab it. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think, and then they get the ad revenue, and it can't be hijacked. I think that's what the problem is. I think they've found a way around grabbing the live revenue stream by doing that. So I'm thinking I'm thinking honestly, but I don't know. I live stream for free. I do this for free. Like, you notice, you jump on, there's no commercials on my stream, because I'm letting you decide if this goes on as commercial free. We're sort of like PBS of the Ducks, you know? That's what we are. We're the PBS of Ducks. We'll do a telethon in the new year. Actually, we're going to be doing a GoFundMe in the new year. Do I have more coffee? I think I do. Just spilled a bunch of coffee. I do not believe how cold it is. I am freezing, folks. Like, you wouldn't believe it. I gotta go put pants on now. The humidity is just nasty. It's like a damp cold, what's going on right now. It's like so cold. It's like even with my the big sweatshirt on, I still got a chill down my back. And it's like, it's not cold in here. It's like it's probably about 22 degrees right now inside in here. It's Celsius for anybody that's in the U.S. Okay. Now I got lots of layers on. It's like I'm going to go outside any second here. Okay. Oh, man. It's 22 degrees Celsius in the house probably right now. 22, 23. It's above 70 Fahrenheit. Like, oh, you like my my hoodie? Well, it was a hoodie, and then I cut the hood off because I hate hoodies. It was a hoodie that went up, and it went up, and I cut it off. Well, I got a seamstress to cut it off because I hate hoodies with a passion. You can't wear them in a jacket; they can be bulking on your back. And I have two of these. They're from my sports store days. Yes, I sold sports merchandise one day in the past in my life. Calgary Flames and Pittsburgh, and I don't watch hockey. I hate hockey, but it was just, I liked it. I thought it was cool. They were like, I thought about how could I cut this off, but it's embroidered right in, so I couldn't even get rid of it because I don't like it. No, I could cut the name off, but I couldn't get this off. This is embroidered right in, so I couldn't get rid of it. It's sort of warm and sort of not. Like when it's really cool, can't wear it outside because it's like your neck gets cold. You gotta go like this. It's more of a stylish thing, you know. It's like, you wouldn't believe how much money these things were sold for. We used to sell them, and it was like unbelievable. I bet you people can't even guess. Here, I'm gonna stand up so you can see this, and then we're gonna guess what the retail price of these were. Okay? All right. So this is it. Okay. So this is the back. And they're really, really heavy, okay? It's really heavy. It had a big hood, and they called it a wafer hood, okay? So let's see. Can you figure out how much they charged, or I used to sell these for? Say, who's going to be close here? This is the Price is Right on the ducks. Who's the closest so far? Okay, it's closed. Illusion's the closest. It was $199. No, Tina just nailed it at $200. It was $199.99 is what they sold for. My cost was $100. I used to pay $100. Hopefully, you sold it for $199.99. So crazy, eh? And it was just nuts. That's not bad. River, my God, I wouldn't want to be married to you if that you think this is. I would never let. Oh, here's my Visa card. Go bankrupt us. That is outrageous. I used to sell them, honestly, folks. I used to sell these things, and I used to shake my head, like, why are you buying? What did you just spend? What? I was like, but I sold them. Hey, you wanna, you wanna buy the trinkets and trash? Like, that is just. I just shook my head. Like, I used to sell the leather jackets for $800. So it was like, oh man, $800 for a leather jacket with a hockey logo. They should be paying you to be wearing the logo. Sold a lot of them, Norm. It was ironic. The most expensive stuff is what we used to sell the most of. The cheap stuff, not much of, actually, because everybody sold the cheap stuff. It was the expensive stuff that sold. Like, you'd be surprised how much stuff I used to sell to Russia. Russia was a big customer. Sold a lot of stuff to Russia. Lots, like, and expensive stuff to Russia. Oh. Did a lot of shipments to Russia. What was gross sales best year? Used to do about 4,000 orders online in December. That was the 2008 crash. 2009, everything changed after the crash. Oh. Shipping to Russia actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, actually. Did a lot of business to Russia. I had no problem selling to Russia. See, the problem was, the hockey people wouldn't sell to Russia, and technically I wasn't allowed to, because in my license agreement, when you buy the product, you're not supposed to sell your licensing stuff to other countries, but that's where I sold most of my stuff, was to other countries, because I would do it and nobody else would do. I used to, oh man, I used to love Russia. That's why I like when Russians show up here, because it's fun memories. That's why I think I watch too much Russian stuff, because I'm just curious. And a lot of, like, what was it? Oh, who was that hockey player? Ovechkin. Is it Ovechkin, Washington Capitals? Sold a lot of ridiculously expensive leather jackets for Washington Capitals. Like, ridiculous. And Sunday night was the big night. Wake up Monday morning, and it seemed Sunday night the Russians were shopping. And they would buy a ridiculous amount of, like, not just one jacket, they would buy like 4 and 5 jackets. No. I never had a problem. Never, ever, 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 ever had a problem with a Russian. Never. Never, 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 never. And I did a lot of business to Russia. Easiest customer to deal with. I think they were just happy because they found somebody that would sell to them, and they didn't want to burn their bridge. And hockey toques, like toques, like the knit toques, sold a lot of those to Russia. Lots. Oh, walleye, cold water, just like caught through the ice, Amanda. Ice fishing walleye, is that what you're having? Oh, that would be so tasty. Oh, fried in butter. Oh my God, I would just love that so much. You have no idea, folks, how good that tastes. Like, you have no idea how good that tastes. Ice fish and walleye, fried in butter. No, didn't sell hockey jerseys. Never did. I stayed away from hockey jerseys. No money in it. Reebok made of that deal. Never bought never. I did bring some in from China, some knockoffs, and I sold a bunch of those illegal copyright ones. Did a lot of those, snuck those in. A lot of name and number from China, and then I bought one. Oh, this was good. This almost poisoned myself, actually, folks. I bought a whole bunch of these, like a lot, more than I should have. Could have gotten into trouble. I got caught with them, anyways. I brought them all in, and I washed one, and I put it in the dryer, and then I wore it. But I guess the dryer activated the glue, and I was sitting at my desk working, and the logo was right there because we're wearing them in the store, selling them, and it was, I think it was, who was a Crosby. It was Crosby Penguins. I'm sitting there, and my eyes started watering. I'm sitting at the desk, and I'm like, what's going on? And my eyes are watering, and then I noticed my nose was burning. So I took the jersey off, and I was like, and then it went away. My eyes stopped burning. My eyes, and then I grabbed the jersey. I smelled it. And it was like, whoa! And I was like, okay, don't put those in the dryer. It was like something. I guess the glue started separating or reactivated from being hot. Oh, bad, bad. So when you buy the knockoff from China jerseys, be careful. Penguins in my desk. I know. We got penguins here, see? Unbeknown to me that I was going to be doing CGI penguins live on YouTube. I've accidentally smoked Tabasco, as in the frying pan's too hot, and you put it on your eggs, and it hits the frying pan directly, and it instantly goes to a vapor, and then it goes up in a, like the vinegary burn, and it's not nice. It'll take your head off. So you don't. You'd be very careful when you're going in the frying pan that it doesn't hit the frying pan, because man, does it's not nice. You don't want to do that. You get a very vinegary, hot burn sensation. Oh, not good at all. So I'm very careful now. I make sure that I hit the egg every time. Oh, smoked in the bottle. I never heard of that. I thought you were talking about smoking it off the hot frying pan. I know we don't have that here. We just got the regular Tabasco. Why don't polar bears eat penguins? Global warming. It's not possible. Why wouldn't duck meat make good chili? I'm going to be making some spaghetti sauce with 3 old Muscovies here shortly. I'm going to be deboning them and putting them through the grinder and make them into burger. And I'm going to be making a spaghetti sauce because I've only got 1 container of spaghetti sauce left from all those duck livers. So I've got to make another batch of spaghetti sauce because I've got like 50 packs of spaghetti in my pantry that I bought for 99 cents. But Tom, do you want to come on live right now? I'd have to go get the other phone. Do you want me to call you, Tom? You want to go live on your anniversary right now? Are you there? I'm waiting for Tom to answer. Everybody else is saying up but Tom. Tom, are you dressed? I'm gonna call Tom. I'm not gonna wait for him. Let me go to the other phone. Okay, the phone's cold, but she's charged. Okay? Let's see. Tom hasn't answered. Unless he's waiting for us. He's waiting for me to call him. See, we're still connecting. Still connecting. Oh. Are you there, Tom?
I am.
All right.
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
All right, Tom, you're on.
Sorry I couldn't take your calls yesterday.
Well, you're here now, Tom.
So, hi, duck friend.
All right, we're good. Tom, you're like half the screen right now. You're here. Keep talking, Tom. It's your turn to entertain them.
You know, Matt, I appreciate your political commentary.
Thank you, Tom. And now you're going to tell me to shut up.
No. You know, your deep bedding stuff, that's where we maybe, part company, but, you with your new haircut today, you can say anything and people will still love you.
Oh, Thomas. So you're a deep litter hoarder?
You guys have to realize, Matt and I have a strange and wonderful relationship.
I'm the wonderful and you're
Matt's
the strange.
Wonderful and I'm strange. Yeah. I just wanted to shout out to all the Duck Adventure friends. You guys are the greatest. You really are. And this is called in the past a noble endeavor. And, so Matt's doing the hard lifting for us, and we get to just do the watch and learn and enjoy it.
Well, that's what it's all about here is share the agony of my backbreaking work.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some.
So, the other thing, Matt, I am so impressed with how much improvements you were able to do with so little resources this summer. I mean, it's truly impressive. And I don't know that people say that enough to you.
No, they don't. But I get in the support in the show because people seem to be enjoying what I'm pulling out of my rear end here. So, I do pour my. It's amazing when you pour your heart and soul into it. You can pull miracles out of thin air sometimes.
Yeah.
But this,
Matt, I don't want to take over your stream.
But honestly, Tom, 2017 was just a freaking awesome year. It was. I had such amazing support from so many people that made it happen, and that I am so grateful for that. Considering the way it started out, starting the year out with a very scary concussion that I thought was going to shut me down, and I literally literally was a phoenix out of the ashes scenario in 2017.
Yeah.
It was, Tom. It was, and it was because of people like you and a lot of other people that that stood to the call of the bell and saw that I was seriously screwed, and it was because of people's support that made me a lot of people would have a lot of people would have got what I went through with a concussion would have just given up, tossed the towel in. But because of the support I had from people like you and so many others, it made me get off the couch, you know, and but that's also because the kind of person I am. Like when people help me, I have a saying in life, you can only help you can't help people who can't help themselves. And I had so many people help me. It made me live to my philosophy in life, to get up and pull myself up by the bootstraps and go for it. And it's people like
Yeah.
you.
Well,
It's people like you. The people
well,
that I didn't.
but
You know.
Matt, you're an inspiration to many, many, many people, and you need to be um, congratulated for that. I mean, it's what you're doing is amazing, and that's part of I think why people tune in because it's just truly amazing. Matt, I don't want to dominate this, and so I'll just say, see you in South America.
You followed the train wreck.
Yeah.
Have a good. Oh, he left us. Oh, that was quick. He didn't want to stay on long, eh, Thomas? Or did the phone cut you off? Because usually it doesn't go dead like that. I think Tom either got cut off or the phone cut off. Because it doesn't normally do that. It did though. So that was nice of Tom to join in, eh? Or he knows how to hang up really fast. Poof, I know, eh? It usually doesn't happen that quick. Usually says end call. I think Tom cut us off. I think it did. Tom's a good guy. There's like everybody else here. We have a lot of really good people. A lot of really good people. Just a ton, actually. It's because of all the good people that watch this show and support it that enables me to do what I do. Because, like Tom said, I'm an inspiration, but honestly, folks, you're the inspiration that drives me. So inspiration is a two-way street. Truly is. It is a two-way street. So it's not just me. It's you. We're a team, is what it is. That's what we are. How hard is it to change a doorknob? 2 screws. It's very easy. Why? I'm changing doorknobs virtually now. Doug is still sleeping in front of the heater. Hasn't moved. What's for breakfast? Bacon and some eggs. It's too hard. It's 2 screws, River. You could do it. Seriously, it's 2 screws. That's all it is. That's to hold the doorknob on. 2 screws. Actually, you know what? Your husband sounds like my buddy. Exactly like my buddy. He bought one of those digital locks because he was always forgetting to lock his house and he needed something to lock behind him and that he didn't need a key. He hated the key. And this is no lie, folks. He bought it in September. And I was at his house in November and it was still there sitting by the door in the box. And I said, why haven't you put this in yet? And they kept leaving the house unlocked. So I took it out of the box on him and spread it out on the table beside his door. And his wife goes, oh, maybe we'll get it installed. And I said, so I took it out of the box, and then spread all the contents out on the table. And then I left, thinking, okay, this will be the hint for him to install the lock. Because all it was take a deadbolt off and throw the electronic one on. 2 screws is all it was. I was at his house like a couple of weeks later. It was back inside the box. It took more effort to rebox it. than to install it. But he just never got around to putting it on. Like, some people are just bad, okay? I'm not lying, folks. That's the truth. He put it back, all back into the box. Next time I was over there, it was all sitting there back, repackaged. I was like, and you know what it's like to repackage stuff, okay? It's like repackaging. You know, you never get it repackaged right. You know what I mean? So. No, not everybody is handy as me. No, I will agree with that. I have lots of friends that are just absolutely useless, and I have lots of friends that are even more handier than I am. No. I have friends that make me look like I'm useless. They're that good. We all have our talents. I'm just a jack of all trades and a master of none. You need a new door because your door handle's broken? I don't think so. But seriously, doorknobs are really easy to do. We could do one right now on the live stream. I can show you. I'm not going to show you. Yes, Norm, some people should not be allowed near tools. Seriously, they can do more damage with the tools. There's instructions usually in the box. When in doubt, read the instructions. Hey Tom, what happened to the stream there? I've never had a FaceTime turn off that quick. Like, did you just bail? Did you throw the thing on the floor or something? Because she just died. Or you've got a way of remotely turning off my FaceTime so quick. Tom's a good guy. Just like everybody else. We got, you know, this channel, and you know, like everybody says, you know, they're always talking about my subs, you know, and I'm not lying to you, folks. The group of people I have, we can accomplish so much. Like, you know, like I know Inga, you know, she says that we need more subs if we're going to do more ducks. And do we really? Like, honestly, do we really? Like, we're a force to be reckoned with on YouTube. It's like, what other channel on YouTube, for the size that we are, has pulled off what we have pulled off here? Like, think about it, folks. You know, like it's like, I know channels. I've seen this, bigger channels, way bigger channels, accomplish nothing, nothing. Okay, and it's like, you know, we've got this group here that we're much smaller, but we're powerful. We're way more powerful. It's like, it's like, you can't even put words to it. I'm trying to come up with a good analogy. You know, just because you've got, you know, a huge, you know, base doesn't mean you're good. You know, and that's why, you know, when we keep adding all the new subs and you know, the new people, like, I like new people. You know, I'm not going to say I don't want any new people here, but it's like, you know, I really, the triggering thing. You know, honestly, I have no time for it. I really don't. And the negative Nellies, you know, it's like anybody that's here that's watched this show all year, you know what I'm like, okay? Triggering, negativity, you know, I have no time for that, and I'll block them, or I'll tell my mods to block people because I don't have time for this. It's like I spent too many years in business with having to put up with negative people. Too many years, and I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not, and I'm not going to kiss rear ends. I'm not going to do that. The live streaming is, this is who I am. This is what I'm like. This is I am. I say things that sometimes offend people. You know, and my political views offend a lot of people, and sometimes don't offend anybody. You know, and the rabbit hole discussions, and you know the places we go on this channel. Um, we're all over the place, but this is what life is. This is what life is. We're not just a everything's rosy, you know, unicorns and rainbows type channel. You know, so I'm being myself. This is it. This is and it seems that everybody seems to like me, which is usually I have people run from me. You know, I'm a little too brutal to handle sometimes. I think I just went down there. So, you know, it's because of you that I did what I did this year. You know, and it's because of you we're going to do even bigger and better things next year. 2018 is going to be so awesome here, folks. Like, we're going to hit a level of awesomeness that is, it's going to make 2017 look like beginner stuff. I truly believe that. You know, I really do. I think 2018, you know, we're not going to have that learning curve. We're not going to have, you know, there's so many things that are just going to happen, and it's because of, you know, my years of doing this that I'm not, you know, I'm not a duck expert, you know, I'm not that, but I've got a hell of a lot of knowledge and experience that I've acquired since I've started this journey in 2013, and I think 2018 is going to be, maybe the channel is going to blow up. Maybe we're going to have like, you know, another 50 or 100,000 subs appear, and we're going to, you know, offend a ton of people. And then I'm going to have to introduce slow chat. I hope not. Um, and it's going to be, you know, I hope I hope it doesn't get too impersonal. You know, like, I hope it doesn't. I really do. And if it does, then I'm going to have to figure out how to have personal streams for hardcore fans, which there is a way of doing it for hardcore fans that, that only true fans of the show can get a one-on-one stream, and which we might end up having to do. You know, there is an option for that available to us. You know, because Patreon does have a way of doing private streaming that only Patreon members can watch. So, if it gets out of hand, which for as little as $1 a month, you know, we could do private streams, so that, you know, we're like, so it doesn't get crazy. Because, you know, honestly, like, remember, I didn't like, you know, this year when we had the ducklings. I didn't like that. You know, one of the streams were like obnoxious, and it took like 50 subs to manage one single stream, or 50 mods to manage one single stream. That was so bad. Didn't like that. So, you know, didn't like that at all. And then I had to turn the chat completely off because it was getting so bad. And then I had to have secondary streams so that people could chat. Like, you know, it was not fun at all. But there's like I said, I'm gonna try to keep it so it's personal. I like the personal touch. Oh, Doug just woke up. Hear him? Oh, Doug. Come on out here, Doug, and say hi to everybody before I say goodbye. I gotta cook my breakfast, and I gotta go fix that fan. Norm's a curveball. Yeah, you are, Norm. Doug, come and say goodbye. I'm gonna cook my breakfast, and I gotta fix this fan, get it running, because I can just imagine the humidity in the barn right now is probably just brutal. Come here, dog. Come and say hi to everybody. Doug. See, he just woke up. He thinks the fox is here. See? No, he's lost interest. What are you gonna do? Yeah, he's not gonna cooperate. And plus, I don't want to just keep calling his name because he doesn't listen. You know how well trained he is. Very well trained. Years of training down the tube. That's done. Oh, you just finally come over. Here, say hi to everybody, Doug. Right? You woke up. We're gonna have breakfast. We're gonna go fix this fan, get it working. Because, like I said, the humidity in the barn is gonna just be brutal if I don't get this fan. I gotta get it back installed ASAP. And then this afternoon, I've got to do another barn cleaning. I was hoping that they were gonna get outside today, but the weather ain't gonna happen. This lockdown. This is, folks, probably the longest lockdown that we've ever experienced here. I would have to say this is probably the longest one. Because my memory, unless my memory's playing tricks with me, the longest lockdown I can remember is like 3 or 4 days, not 8 days. You know, because that's what it's looking like. It's going to be like 8 or 9 days of lockdown. Poor ducks are so dirty. But when we do get outside, I am going to set a tripod up, hardcore with the hardwired hardcore ducks outside in the snow with a hose, and we're going to give everybody a shower because the white ducks aren't white anymore. If you've noticed, they're grunge ducks, you know. So we're now officially the grunge ducks. You know, we're the grunge ducks channel. We're a grunge channel, like a punk rock band. All right, I'm gonna say goodbye. Go to have my breakfast and get things happening here.